Hello everyone, I'm here back again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So in today's video, I'll be doing a short guide to cover the elemental power feature. So how do we access this elemental power feature is to head over to the combat window located at the bottom right hand corner of the screen here. Click on the combat, and next is to click on the elemental power button there, which is located at the bottom left hand corner of the screen. You'll be greeted with this window that shows the elemental power element stats as well as the level that you're currently at. So what is elemental power? Is basically a feature to allow you to strengthen your hero stats. So what are those stats? Those stats are health, attack, defense, focus, and resistance. And what are the elements are there for this elemental power? There are 5 of them, which are fire, water, wood, light, and dark. Okay, so basically this elemental power, right, it will be applicable to all areas in the game for your heroes, such as the adventure, dungeons, which is including the Arcane Dominator and the No Man's Land dungeon. It also affects your hero stats in the guild versus environment, guild boss, endless trial, bounty hunt, and so forth. Alright, so it's a very useful feature to allow your heroes to be more tanky as well as to allow them to deal more damage. Alright, so the next question that might pop up in your mind would be, what elements should we prioritize? So this would be dependent on the heroes that you have on your account. So for instance, let's say if you're an early to mid game player who have Zlux and Natalia, then I would recommend you to go with the water and wood element. However, if your account has a lot of fire and water, then you might prioritize on these two elements first. So it will be depending on what heroes that you have the most for that particular element. Alright, and the next question that you might ask is, what stats should we prioritize based on these 5 stats that we have here? So I highly recommend you to prioritize on the attack stats first, followed by health, defense, focus, and last but not least, resistance. The reason why I recommend attack first is because attack stats will help you in almost all areas of the game, much better compared to health and defense. If you have higher attack stats, right, your damage dealer will be able to clear, let's say, the adventure areas faster, so you can save time to farm those glyphs, experience jelly, gold, as well as some equipments over there. And apart from that, once you have set up your speed farming team, your main damage dealer such as like Natalia, Zlux will be able to deal sufficient damage to clear the enemies quickly, so that you can speedrun those the first 2 waves for the Queen of Taex or the Roaring Tupa to head over to the boss area quickly. And not only that, if you're in the, let's say, mid to late game, it will help you improve your damage output for the guild boss as well as for the guild versus environment. And I think in future they will be coming out with the guild versus guild, so that will help you a lot in that area as well. Especially for the arena, if you are keen on arena battles like the team arena, the traditional arena, as well as the real-time arena, this will help you a lot in tackling those tanky defenses. Okay, so that's why I recommend attack stats first, and then go for health, because health will allow you to improve your healer's capability of healing, because most healing efficiency is based from their health. And then followed by defense stats to improve your tankiness of your defensive heroes, especially for Hackgreen. So the more defense they have, they'll be able to provide more defense to other allies. And then finally, you focus on the focus, so that you'll be able to apply those negative effects on the enemies. And finally, resistance. Resistance is placed last because it's mostly used for like arena arena battles, or if you want to build a very tanky arena for like Void Tower. Okay, so that's basically it for the stat prioritization for the attack, health, defense, focus, and resistance. So the next question is, how do we upgrade those stats, and how much does it cost for each of them? So in order to check the cost of it, you can just like click over one of these stats. You click on it, and then you click on this info tab located at the top right hand corner of the screen, this eye icon. You click on it, then it will show the level which the stat is currently at. The one that I'm clicking on it is the resistance stat here, which is currently at level 1, and there's up to level 10. So each level will increase the bonus of that particular stat. So for instance, resistance as well as focus stat will increase by 2% for each level up to 20%. And if you were to click on, let's say, attack stats, click on the info tab, it will increase by 3% per level. So the first level is 3%, followed by the second level is 6%, and up to 30% at level 10. And each level, right, it will cost different amount of currency known as Taex, Taex. So the green one is the smaller version, the blue one is the medium version, and finally the yellow one is the bigger version. So the first 3 levels, it will take around about 60 greens. The level 4 to 6 will cost around about 150 blues. And finally, for these 4 levels, level 7 up to level 10, it will cost approximately 340 yellows. Alright. So in order to find out the name, you just click on this currency on top of the screen. So the green one is known as Taex Originum, and the blue one is known as Taex Puriter, and last but not least, the yellow one is known as the Taex Aeternum. To make it easy to remember, just call it as the yellow currency, blue currency, and the green currency for this elemental power. So where do we get this currency to upgrade all of these stats? So there are 3, I think there's 3 ways to get them. Let me show you. So the first one would be to go to the team arena and then perform a battle. So let's say if you perform a battle like this one, you click on this guy to challenge. Currently, I do not have any challenge pass. You'll need this challenge pass in order to perform a battle. And if you are able to win 2 out of these 3 fights, you'll be able to gain the currency, either the yellow, green, or blue. Okay. And if you were to head over to the ranking system, the tier there, it will show you the tier rewards, right? So most probably, if you're at the bronze tier, right, you'll most likely get this Taex Originum for every winning battle. And for silver, gold, as well as platinum, you'll most likely get this blue one, this Taex Puriter. I think for the bronze and silver, you most likely or have a high chance to get the green one. Followed by gold and platinum, you get the blue one, which is this one. And I think at diamond, you get this yellow one, Taex Aeternum. So that's one way to get it, is to performing battles and winning them. The second way is to wait for a week, and once the week has ended, you gain these weekly rewards. So the weekly rewards depends on which tier you are in. So for instance, if you're at the legend tier for this team arena, you get 1200 team arena token as well as this Taex Aeternum to upgrade your elemental power. So what is the use of this team arena token? This is used to purchase items from the elemental power shop, or team arena shop. And you can exchange this team arena token for these 3 currency, either the blue, or the green, or the yellow. So each of these takes, right, it costs differently. So the green one costs around about 5 team arena token, the blue one costs 10 and the yellow costs 20. Also in this Team Arena shop, you'll be able to purchase these materials for forging. So probably I might cover this forging feature in a separate video. Alright. So that's basically it on how to get this Taex. So to recap, right, there are 3 ways to get Taex. First one is to trade your Team Arena token currency in the shop, in this Team Arena shop. The second one is to get it from the weekly rewards based on which tier you are at, and finally performing a combat or challenge and winning at least 2 out of these 3 fights. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing, is the tips. So I have some tips for you for this elemental power, which are the don'ts. So I highly recommend you do not spread out to multiple stats at once. What does it mean by not spreading out? Is focusing on one stat first. So for instance, right, as you notice on my elemental power, you notice that only one stat is the highest. Let's say for fire, water and wood, I have them at all at 9. Whereas for the rest of the stats like health, defense, focus and resistance, they are pretty low because I focus on one stat at a time first. This will help you to progress in your game further and more quickly compared to spreading out to multiple stats at once. If you spread out too much, right, it will give you a false sense of progression because it will show you that your level is very much higher due to the amount of levels spread out, but it will not help you much in your game progression. Okay, and then the second tip is to avoid using smaller currency to upgrade the bigger one. So what do I mean by that is, let's say if I were to click on this blue one, the blue health, and this blue health, right, costs 40 blue Taex. Alright, so currently I only have 37, but this one requires 40. So if I clicked on the upgrade, right, you'll notice that I can perform either the two, either to upgrade it with this blue one or use the green one in combination of this blue. However, I don't recommend you to do this because it costs you much more in the long run. I highly recommend you to save this green one to upgrade the ones that is like lower level, like this one. This one costs like 30. This one, I think this one costs 20. This one costs 30. And this one costs, I think, let me check the info tab here. The first level costs 10, second level costs 20, and the third level costs 30. So use them to upgrade the ones that are the left out one using the green one. Once you have all of those stats are already upgraded, then you can use those to upgrade the one like this one. The reason I say so is because, right, if you head over to the shop here, so this green one costs 5 token here, and this one costs 10. So if you were to purchase the green ones to upgrade the blue one, right, that will cost you like 15 tokens. Alright, so if you head over to this elemental power, so how many does this cost? So for these 3 blue ones, you are trading 3 blue for 9 greens. So 9 greens cost around about 5 token each, so that is 45 tokens. If you purchase the blue ones instead, right, it will only cost you like 30 tokens instead. So don't fall into this trap. Always buy the bigger currency that you can to upgrade that elemental power stat. Alright, so that's the end of my video covering the elemental power feature. To recap on this guide, basically elemental power is a feature to strengthen our hero stats so that they will be able to deal more damage as well as to survive the enemy's damage. And the element that we should prioritize would be the one that will help you the most to progress further in your game account. So for instance, if you have Natala and Zlux, prioritize on getting high amount of attack stats on them first so that they'll be able to clear those dungeons quickly and you can farm those gears to help build up better teams. And the stats that you should prioritize would be the attack stats first, followed by health, defense, focus, and then resistance. And where do we get this currency to upgrade these stats? Would be the to perform a challenge in the team arena. The second method is to exchange those team arena token in the shop for those Taex. And the third one would be to get weekly rewards based on the team arena tier that you're at. Alright, so if you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, do subscribe and also ring the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video to this channel. If you'd like to support me, you can donate to my PayPal account, or you can become a monthly subscriber at my site at patreon.com/Ayumilove. If you'd like to learn more about Awaken Chaos Era, you can visit my website at ayumilove.net. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!